There we go. Kinda got it. That was the very first showing of the very first intro. Yes. Worked very, very hard on that. Oh, tell you what, I was watching that countdown and I was like, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Anyway, hello, hi. Double microphone, how have I managed that? No, wait, it's you. Okay, cool. Oh yes, do you like the t-shirt? Totally not sponsored. Also available on the Darkpaw swag store. For the low, low price of whatever it is at the moment. Oh, thank you all, Access. Much appreciated. Yes, I angled the camera slightly down because I noticed you can see like way above the posters. So I've angled it slightly so that we can see that. Am I still double? Have you sorted it out yet? I'm going to assume it's sorted out. Also, I keep clicking the wrong button. I don't know if you've ever done that, but when it's left click to spin the camera around, and then for some reason I always right click at the end, which causes you get everything perfect for your screenshot, and then suddenly you right click and your character goes, oh, I'm just going to spin around then. And you're like, no, please don't. Hi Twerk, thank you. I don't know why. I've discovered my lipstick. I'd lost it for a while, so thank you very much. Much appreciated. It's one of these though that it shows where I've smudged it, so I'm forever trying to get it perfect, and it's still not perfect, but who's going to tell? Who's going to notice? And I keep having to lick my lips in case it gets stuck on my teeth. Anyway, that's enough about lipstick. Hi. How was everybody's in between? Now to now? Then till now? I hope it was alright. I'm still very, very much hyped for Origins, which is happening tomorrow. We're finally here. It's finally happening. We're here tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait. So hyped. So hyper. The chat is just hyped. In the meantime, shall we explore what we've got this week? Months? No, I'll start that again. Shall we explore what we've got this month? In EverQuest II. I keep moving it's a habit. I do apologise. I can't keep the camera still. Yes, we'll have a look, shall we? We've got a few things, but not as many as April. April was quite a that was a busy month. So we've still got the City Festival. We have a new Herald has turned up. We have new shinies, and we have a new thing in the Darkpaw swag store. So the marketplace, this bit down here, the Darkpaw swag store marketplace. And also we'll go see Catherine and see what she has for sale. So I think the first thing we try is the Darkpaw. Let's get that out of the way first, because you're all waiting for that, aren't you? Maybe. I don't know why it's asking me to confirm my zip code. I'm not even in the zip code region. This accent is not from zip codes. So we're going to go to the marketplace. I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have to try that. I normally put in 90210. Just because. Or I did look up, I did know what the zip code for Microsoft was a long time ago, but I don't know what that one is yet anymore. But yeah, the only one I can remember offhand is 90210. If that's anybody's zip code, I do apologise if I've just shouted out your zip code. Anyway, marketplace. Love that, thank you. Doxed. I've just doxed like an entire zip code of Americans. Why? Just, I tell you what. We'll try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll try that. See if that disappears. It's something that has suddenly turned up since last patch on Tuesday, because it definitely hasn't. It's never turned up before, and it's definitely a new thing that's turned up. So I don't know. Could be something that's been unpatched with the latest patch. We'll see. Anyway, marketplace. You go to the little marketplace that's down the bottom near me. Scroll all the way down and give it the Year of Darkpaw. Do you think it defaults to the US because I've not put a card on that account? Maybe. I'll investigate. It might be something in my settings as well. You'll be able to see what's new. So new this month for May, the 5th month. We have... Oh, here we go with the names. Andrina? I'm going to say Andrina. That's going to be the all access, the new all access, isn't it? We have Andrina the Adorable, and she is adorable. Because if I hit control and show you, you just saw me looking at different things there for a second. But that is Andrina the Adorable. She's another one of the Max and Bert, Lucretia type things that has been going around. But a different... Sorry, that's the coffee. But a different colour. So she's kind of a blue-purple this time around. We had Max and Bertie was like a darker colour. Lucretia was like, I think she's an orangey. Something like that. But this month we have Andrina. Now, because she is a plushie, she can be placed in the floor in any house type. And if I go to buy, I'll purchase. Again, see, there's no prices, nothing. I'm just going to purchase. Hopefully it'll go through. Yeah, there we go. I was worried with this, with the zip code thing coming up there. Well, we'll do it. So she's now in my bags. Come off there. If I find a bag that's empty, there she is. She's got the same. So you are looking for, if you forget what you're looking for that kind of paw. If you can see the icon, it's like a blue background and a brown paw type thing with 3 claws. And she's here in my bags. Now, because she's a plushie, and because she's not a something that comes up on your hotbar, she's not a summon, we can purchase another one. Let's see if it'll work. Okay. There we go. We got 2 of them now. You can just about see, I think, if I move it into the front, you can see that there's a 2 there. So I have 2 of them. If I hit control, is it shift or control, one of the 2? There I can select quantity of 2. There's 1. There they are. We can split the stack. Good question. How many can you have in one house? What's your item limit in the house is probably the better question to ask. Because whatever your item limit is, I think she would count as an item. It doesn't say it doesn't count. So it's literally however many you want to put in your house. Don't go mad, because we've still got 7 months left. So if you do end up breaking the server because the amount of pets you put in the house, they may start, Daybreak or Darkpaw might decide we're going to limit to 1 per customer or 1 per character. But yes, the house item limit and also any house expansions that you may have on that house, that's probably the better question to ask for the pets. It only works on the plushie, so it only works on the ones at house items. If they are a summon, you'll only be able to have 1 because it'll count it as a spell, and it'll count it as you've already got this spell. You know that blue text that comes underneath? You have already scribed this ability. That pops up. So that's Andrina. I forgot her name straight away. 2 seconds. But yeah, she can go in a house. Let me hop into Kenos, and I'll go to the guild hall and we'll see see how we can see what we do for it. Oh, it's raining in Kenos, of course. It's always raining. Let me go to the housing. And it's right on top. Let's go into the guild hall. Bear with me just a minute while the guild hall unpacks itself. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, so how big can these pets get? I'm gonna right click. Ah. It comes up with a warning, so if you want to put it in the guild hall, it will pop up to say you will no longer own this item once it's placed in the guild hall. Are you sure you want to do this? So I'm going to say yes because it's my guild hall. There she is. So if I hold shift and scroll with the mouse wheel, she can get quite big. She's quite dirty. Communal dragon. Let's pop her in the corner for a bit. There we go, there's one. So that's how tall she can get. I'm a tall Karen, which is kind of a... How big am I? I'm not quite as big as a Sarnak. I'm kind of like a medium-sized person. So your trolls and your Sarnaks would be taller than me. Yeah, next to you, that's going to be huge. It's any Ratongas, Halflings, Fae, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's going to be quite a tall character. And I think we need one next to... Yeah, I think we need... Oh yes, if I hit shift and scroll down... So if I scroll in, that's how small she can get. So that's your size difference there. If I stand next to her, she gets to about calf height on the what in the anatomy, top of the boot, basically. Top of the boot, I think. Let's make her a little bit taller, and we'll give everybody a fright as they come into the guild hall, and also the noise. We'll have double the trouble. There we go. Double trouble. We'll get there eventually. Adorable. What are we naming them? I think Trouble 1 and Trouble 2. I don't know. Which was I don't know. What is her name? Is it Adrena? Adrena the adorable. Trouble and Troubler, and maybe Katrina the Troubler. Trouble and Trouble. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, let's head back into North Kenos and we'll go and see Catherine. I'm just watching these Adrenas just chattering away to each other. Let's go and see Katrina. She's in North Kenos. So we'll take the bell because it's easier, because otherwise you've got to run through South Kenos. The sus tea. No, I have strawberry today instead of rhubarb, so it's red to match the lips. So that is that. Oh, promotion my channel. No, I'm good, thank you. Much appreciated, but you're fine. Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need promotion. Let's see what Katrina has. So she will have... Appreciated, Magna, thank you. So the stuff that we looked at back in April, she'll now have available, because it was only available like from May onwards. Her list is getting a lot bigger. We started in January with about 4 or 5 items. We've now hit May and we've got quite a lot, and we're still going because we've still got another few months. We're what, 7 months now still going to go. So yeah, it's going to be a lot for sure. So what have we got? A bag of dirty tricks. Oh, hang on, let's reset that. That's me looking at some gear. Bag of dirty tricks mirage. I was gonna say, it feels like it's a goblin one. I feel like that's one of the ones that the goblins pop out and... yeah, I was gonna say, I think he does the na kind of thing. It's very annoying when somebody's wearing it and you're at the broker. And you can just hear this goblin over and over and over again going like, blowing raspberries and na-na-na-na-ing. We have, so that's available. That's 40 Year of Darkpaw doubloons. We have in June, so we've also got now what's going to come next month in June. So we have a bag of Great Escapes Mirage. Well, that's alright. That looks like a gardener's sack, doesn't it? Well, that's cute. Got like a shovel. It does match the outfit. It's very green, isn't it? We've got a shovel. We've got a watering can. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of like your gardener kind of. I can imagine my halfling having that for sure. There's a belt. I think we've seen these ones before. We've definitely seen the bulldog plushie. I haven't seen the Brood one. Claws of Vishan backpack. Oh yes, we've seen that one. You've got the usual trees that pop up. So there's a few trees. Mostly stuff that is available up in Splendid Sky Area, I think it's called. Up there. Some of the marble stone pillars. Here's another one that's available in June. The Huluk Nest Bedding. Okay. And a Nesting Nuke. Oh, that's cute. Yes, I have seen these in Splendor Sky. A farming sim. You can, I think you can do almost like a farm. I have seen farms available because there is a tile. That's why I'm doing this with my hands. There's a tile that looks as if it's been ploughed. And then there's all different crops and things you can pick up from different places. So yeah, for sure. A loyal protector. Oh, it's a puppy. That's the kind of scary dog that everybody keeps away from, apart from the people who are like, puppy. I'm going to go say hello. Oh, it's also going to be a spell as well. You can use that. A Loping Plains treasure chest. Looks like skin not fur, does it? I don't know. I think it's furry. It's got kind of that texture to it. Do we think? I don't know what my neighbours are doing outside, but they're doing something. Zoom is better for sure. Yeah, again, it's all going to look a little bit better when you actually get it in the place and can look at it from a 3D angle. A metallic oh, looks like we're getting some cups and plates next month. What else have we got? We've got the different coloured of the hope catchers. So they are like your dream catchers. A simple wooden easel. Oh, cool! So you can get those if you had like a painting or something. You could. Almost feels like you're playing The Sims. Get the easel and pop a painting on it. There's different grasses. So I think we've seen something similar to that before. A tall lava fern. A tall pale fan grass. Oh, so what's the difference between... that's tall. And that's small. There we go. Tinkerer's travel backpack. Yes. We've had a look at these before. Tinkerfest. Tinkerfest is coming up in June. I think we get Tinkerfest in June. So, oh gosh. Okay, imagine I'm a gnome. or something of similar. That is amazing. I like that. With the moving parts in the middle. That is brilliant. So these 3 will be only available during Tinkerfest. So when Tinkerfest turns up, I will look out the dates for Tinkerfest in just a second. So that one is the Contrapulous backpack. This is the combustion powered one. Not too bad. It looks like it's a keg of some sort of ale or something, or it's almost like a liquid cooled PC. That's what I'm trying to think of with the blue. You've heard of liquid cooled PCs? In North we have liquid cooled backpacks. And then this is a thalmic powered backpack. And that one is just a recolour of the other one. It's not too bad. You get the latest, as it, the liquid cooling system, the latest, very latest one, yeah. Yeah, I think that's cool. I like that. So when is Tinkerfest? Let's get the calendar. If I know my alphabet. Tinkerfest, there we go, the 6th of June. So we're here on the 1st of May. And Tinkerfest is on the 6th of June. And it goes all the way through to... Oh, I'm going to sneeze. The 20th. No, baby. Excuse me. No. Oh my goodness. So it goes through. So it's a good 1 to 2 week celebration kind of thing. Tinkerfest. It's not as involving as Frostfell or Nights of the Dead. It's kind of on par with probably Aralisi Day or Brew Day for the amount of quests that are available. There are a few quests for it, but probably not as many. And if you haven't already, speak to Verse Mothers and pick up your 3,000 harvest items before 31st of December. Or rather, you need to pick it up and harvest 3,000 items before the 31st of December. So there we go. That's Catherine. So that is a Darkpaw, Year of Darkpaw latest. So that's Catherine's items and also Adrena from the marketplace. So that's the 2 items that, I mean, Adrena is going to be the free one for this month. She will be available next month and continuing on until December 31st, I'm assuming, or 1st of January. She will be available until then, but she will be only on Station Cash. Again, if you've missed January, February, March or April's, they are also available. However, you will have to pay Station Cash for them. Yes. Ah, right. That's a bit more relaxed this time than April's one. So the other thing we want to have a look at is probably where the latest Herald is. And the latest Herald, I think I'm going to struggle to get to him because he's in the Loping Plains. So I need to go and find a shrubbery or one of the Wizard Spires. So I'm going to go to Morjavikesha, why not? We've been there. Go back there for a few minutes. There we go. So I'm probably going to get the... I'm trying to think how to get to it. The Druid Ring puts me down the bottom there. And that's where I need to be. But I'm trying to think of where the actual ponies are. Because I'm going to need a pony in Loping Plains because it's a level 60 zone. And I'm level 60 at the moment. So it's looking a little bit dangerous. However, I've already scoped it out. I know exactly where to go. So we're okay. You're going to head... if you do end up in Loping Plains and you take the spire, there is a guard somewhere. There he is. He looks a bit red. He's not angry with you though. He's fine. You can ask him any questions, any NPCs that you're looking for. You can ask him for them. He's got that sort of guard thing. I need to go Yeah, maybe the druid ring was better. Need to get a horse. Where's the latest horse? So there's one all the way up there. Or I can go into the, I'm going to go into the town itself. Okay. Oh, shiny. Shiny first. Hang on. Let's get the shiny first. Oh, maybe not. I'll leave it there for somebody else. Okay. Don't have the pet. Don't have the mercenary. So I'm just going to run and try not to land on things. That made me jump. I'm going to run into the town, which... Is it Town of Somborn? Oh, I don't know why it's gone a bit juddery. We're not dropping anything, so we're okay. I think it's just Somborn itself being a bit weird. I'm going to run through Somborn to go and get the horses. There he is. I'm looking for the steeds. That's the one. So I'm going to travel to Timorous Moor. That's where I need to be. I think the other way to come in is through Steamfont. Is that Steamfont there? Yes. Come in through Steamfont, grab the horse there, and take the horse to Timorous Moor Station. It's really close. It's probably another way to do it, if you don't mind zoning. So I could have zoned, could have used the shrubbery, gone to Steamfont, travelled almost, I don't know where it is in Steamfont actually. I don't think it's the entire zone, I think it's one side of the zone somewhere. Grab the horse and then come into here. So this horse just ensures that you can traverse the entire zone without getting attacked by everything. There we go. And then it's just over here. You can see him down there. So we'll go say hello. So I've got the leaper on him, okay. So there's the herald. It is the Herald of Drinnel. If anybody knows the EverQuest II lore or EverQuest lore, Drinnel is the second moon. We have two moons in Norath. We have Lachlan, which is the moon that exploded. You see it kind of in the night sky with the shards outside of it. And then there's a second moon, which is complete. That's Drinnel. Or Drynel, or however you want to say it. Now, Drynel, the god, hasn't... I don't think he's been on EverQuest II. I don't think he's turned up. But he's essentially the Grim Reaper equivalent in North. He takes souls to the Athenaea. And if you don't go willingly, he escorts you anyway, kind of thing. Some people don't want to go. So he's essentially, his sign, if you can just see it at the corner there. I won't go and look round. But I'll show you that in the merchants anyway. He's got a scythe. He's known as the Silver Moon, which is like the crescent moon, and it's silver, and that's why he's known as the Silver Reaper. Essentially, he is the Grim Reaper. He doesn't have any alignment. He's completely neutral. He's just here to take your soul to the Athenaea, which is kind of the beyond. Kind of thing. It's the beyond of Norath. I say the beyond because people can come back from it and we can visit the Athenaea as well. Obal Plains and places. We've actually Chains of Eternity expansion is when we learned all this. So we have actually been able to visit the Athenaea. Yes. So we have two merchants, which is interesting. It's the first time we've got two merchants. He does have big hands, doesn't he? He does have quite large hands. I think it's just the way his... Can we get a close up? Can you see that okay? Is that coming through? He's kind of got a jaw, but it's kind of underneath his top jaw. It's kind of going in to his jaw. But yes, he's there. So the herald's doing herald things. He's researching and creating the camp. You have the book, which is always here, the Year of Darkpaw Book of Deeds. Interestingly, we have an ethereal merchant, and we have Ocean of the Silver Reaper. Now Ocean is going to be the herald's merchant. So every camp has a merchant and every camp has a herald. I'm not quite sure who this ethereal merchant is though, because he doesn't have a name, which is interesting. He doesn't have anything for sale either. You can sell to him and you can buy things back from him as normal merchants. However, he's not selling anything, so I'll keep an eye on him. If I figure out what he's there for, I'll let you know. Let's have a close-up of Ocean. There we go. It's quite an interesting armour. I like that. That's very Antonia. I'm doubting my own thing there. Anyway, what has he got for sale? Now he has the usual things for sale. So he has the altar travel unlock, which means that if you purchase that and you purchase an altar, or somebody in the guild purchases an altar, or if you find a guild hall that's open that has an altar, you can travel to the camp. You can travel here straight away. So it's kind of you don't have to, it's instant travel type thing. These travel unlocks will only be available for the first month. There we go, it says in the purple text. It says this item is only available to be purchased during the first month of the respective camp celebration event and will expire on June 3rd. So we're now May the 1st. You've got about a month to grab 25 of the minted celebration tokens. Also, 1,000,000 status, 10,000 plat, 80 gold, 3 silvers, and 97 copper. Don't forget the copper. But that will disappear after June the 3rd. So June the 4th, it'll have disappeared. We then have also the banner of the Silver Reaper, which puts itself backwards for some reason. So that is the symbol of Drinell, which is his crescent moon scythe type thing. His celebration altar is one of these altars again, which is the kind of catch-all altar for gods who don't actually have a worship here in EverQuest II just yet. We're getting a few gods that we can't worship, we can't have them in our altars, and we can't essentially worship them because they've never turned up before. This is the first time we're seeing no, actually, tell a lie, it's not the first time we're seeing Drinell, but it's the first time he's turning up here. He does turn up in, like I say, the Chains of Eternity quest line, but I won't spoil that. But he is involved in that. So also we have the usual visage, which is the sort of, I don't know, I don't really like that one, so I won't keep it on there for too long. But it's the kind of I always think it's kind of like, it reminds me of in Star Wars, the Help Me Obi-Wan, You're My Only Hope hologram kind of thing. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of somebody's got a hologram of the god and just stuck him there. There is a plushie of him as well, so I'll show you the plushie. So that's Drinell. That's what he looks like in game. It's also what he looks like up in the Chains of Eternity expansion, up in Opal Plains and things and beyond. So he doesn't look too bad, and his herald doesn't look too dissimilar from him. But it's kind of, obviously you can think of him as being the Grim Reaper from this kind of angle and this kind of clothing. I do like how his stuff moves. I wish I could have a cloak that moves. I could just sit here with my hood up and just have like a waft of cloth going. The floating is awesome, isn't it? I do appreciate that. He's here for the drama. For sure. So, what sorts of weapons? Every herald has... Oh, sorry. Every camp has appearance weaponry that you can then add more things to get them, more celebration tokens to get them to, you know, have stats on them and things. So you can have that one that has a load of stats, the big numbers. Big numbers, big resolve. It means something to the guys at the top. I'm level 60 at the moment, so when I get there, it's level 130. Got another 70 levels to go. We'll get there. But it starts off as a appearance weapon, which looks like that. So it's literally buying into the Reaper. That's his silver scythe. So when you see the crescent moon, that's his weapon, basically. Sorry, yes, he does actually have a scythe as well. If you wanted the two-handed scythe, that's what it looks like. See if I can get it in. So you'll recognise that from the banner. That's the top of that crescent moon shape is what you see on the banner. If I show you the banner again. So if you remember, can I zoom in on that bit? Kind of. But if you hold on to that in your head for a moment, and then I'll go back to the banner. There we go, that's it. So that's what you see. So those are the two weapons, the two scythes. The first hand, one-handed scythe, and then a two-handed scythe with the moon. And the other thing is his trophy. So once you or the guild have completed or defeated the instance version of the avatar, and have researched grave marker 5 of 5, which I'm assuming is the research of the camp. So once the camp hits 5 of 5 in the research, and your guild or the group of you, I say the group, it's probably the raid of you, have gone round and killed off this Drinnel himself in his little instance, you can then grab the trophy for a hefty sum of 50 minted celebration tokens, 500,000 status, 2,500 plat, 20 gold and 99 copper. There you go. The normal stuff is also here. So you get the Wand of Divine Devotion, which is the pokey stick one. You've got the two-handed worshipped one, which is kind of your fiery one. Is it gonna go on my back, and I'll show you that. There we go. There we go. So it's kind of it's kind of a fiery stick with a crystal on the end that's just kind of floating in there. You have the usual charms, the mischievous dice, the tankard, the hidden ace, the godly wall. Godly wall. I've shown you before. That's the yeah. The I don't want to talk to you, leave me alone shield. The one, if you walk around with that, you're going to look a little bit prickly. There's the extra planar symbol, which I think I've shown before. There's the crossbow, which I've definitely shown before, and the claws. There you go. As if you weren't deadly enough. As a Karen, more claws. I feel like Wolverine when I'm holding those. Looks a bit sort of like a Wolverine. And then there's also the no, I'm pressing the wrong button. That one, which is kind of another monk bruiser type one-handed weapon, which is the Cestus of the Divine Presence. So there we go. It says you need the expansion Ballads of Zamara, but the level cap for Zamara is up to level 130. So even if you didn't have Zamara and bought it, you wouldn't be able to wear it because you're not 130. You're only 125. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of ensuring that you don't manage to get it. But that's the normal stuff that they are having there. So that's him. Ethereal Merchant. He's very loud, isn't he? Like, I can hear him. Yeah, he's just very loud. I don't think these barrels are them. I think they actually came already. So it'd be interesting to see what the camp will look like later. Right, I'm going to head back to the guild hall. Do we want to have a look and see what happened to River Vales? I'm interested now, actually. I think River Vales camp's completed. I'm trying to think because it had all those big boxes. Do you remember the clown that kept rotating? I'm doing this. It's the clown that's doing the somersaults. I'll see if I remember. All the way, it's all the way back of Rivervale. Yeah, we'll leave it. It'll give me something else to do later. If we get enough time, I'll pop back. So, the last thing I need to show you for this month, if we check the calendar, I think I've already shown you, but it's the City Festival, which is in Freeport City Festival. Now, don't worry. I know I'm Kinosian, but we'll be fine. I'm going to go to the Common Lands. It's not actually in Freeport itself. So none of the city festivals are inside the city. They're always outside the city to make it easier. Please don't be raining. If it's raining in the Common Lands, the whole stream's done. So we're going to get the freebooter, guys. I'll show you the freebooters. Yes, you are more than welcome to work, for sure. Yes, I was going to say, we are... where are we in here? I've lost where it is. I think it's... I've drawn a blank. Where's the City Festival in Common Lands? I'm going to say it's by the gates. I'm going to go to the gates. Yes, so I was going to say, we are definitely going to be creating a guild on Origin server, the Anashti Soul server. We are definitely going to be sorting that out. We have a few people joining the Discord who are waiting for the Origin server. If you want to join the Discord, it's !Discord. I'll give you a link, and then we can coordinate character names and everything like that. I don't think they're here, are they? Thank you, Clea, much appreciated. But you're more than welcome to join the Discord. You don't have to say anything. Doesn't matter. It's just so you can keep up with the day-to-day, what's going on. Is it the docks? Have I gone in the completely wrong direction? I'll find this place in a second. This is the one thing I didn't look up, isn't it? It's the one thing it's going to do. But yes, anybody who wants to play on Origins and is quest focused or chat focused, we're basically not taking on, so we're not going to be hardcore raiding. We're not looking to do lots of raiding. That's the only thing we're not doing on the TLE. So if you are looking for a place to chill out or a place where you can just come and decorate, talk to people, hang out, more than welcome. I have completely lost where they are. This is how long it's been since I've been to a Freeport festival. There they are. I found them. Come into view. But yes, we will be maybe looking at doing a guild on Origins, on the beta, just to see how it works and if it works okay, or if they've gone back to the old style of guilds, because there was parts where you could be, I don't know if anybody remembers, but you could be friends of a guild or affiliates of a guild, and then also be a member of a guild. And if you were a member of a guild but you weren't active, you would actively something would go on and the guild would lose levels for active people. I think they're going to do away with that. I don't think they're going to go back to that. But it would be nice just to double check during the beta what that is. I'm assuming it's going to be... Excuse me, that's that tea. My thoughts on the beta is it's going, and obviously Origins itself, is it's going to be the hardware and the database of now, with kind of a skin on top of the old style. However, that's what we're going to find out next. Well, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But yeah, anybody who was looking for a home is more than welcome to join us. So, Freeport Festival, we found it! I found it! Yes! Oh my gosh. You know, like, I was sitting there and I was like, where is this festival? I remember it being somewhere, obviously it's somewhere in the Common Lands, but it's been that long since I've been to an actual Freeport Festival. So we've got the usuals. Should we have our fortune read? Care for your fortune, stranger. If anybody remembers Mystic Meg, that's a very English reference, or a UK reference. Mystic Meg was on the lottery. So the National Lottery on a Saturday night had this big show. People would come on and do songs, there would be games, and there'd be Mystic Meg, who was a very dark-haired, like, bowl cut. She had that kind of very big fringe before fringes and bangs were back in fashion, and very straight dark hair, jet black hair type thing. And she used to wear the sort of purple outfit that you would associate with being a fortune teller, kind of that purple silky stuff. Not as Claudia Winkleman like, yes, exactly. If you've seen Claudia Winkleman, yes, there's another British reference for you. She wasn't a skimpy, I would say. She was very covered up. Not as skimpy as Meg Greth here. But she would do a... like, I see the numbers 5 and 12 and 17. And everybody would sit there going, oh, well, I haven't got them, so I'm not going to win. But she'd be like, a Taurian is going to win. And everybody else would be like, oh, okay. I'm a Scorpio, that's not going to work, is it? Kind of thing. But yeah, so that was her whole spiel. She'd do like a 5-minute segment and tell you who's going to win and get it completely wrong. So that's Mystic Meg. So every time I see Mystic Margaret, she always reminds me of Mystic Meg. So she says, greetings, O Barasha. And you seek to have your fortune told. Cross my palm with 5 gold coins, and I shall see what the stars predict this month. Sure, tell me that I'll be rich. Oh, the stars say you shouldn't spend the rest of your life wondering what if. Buy yourself and your mount those matching frilly pink outfits today and throw caution to the wind. She knows me so well. If I could have a pink, frilly pink, what did she say? Buy yourself and your mount those matching frilly pink outfits today and throw caution to the wind. I don't know where I'm going to get it from. It's not there's not a frilly pink outfit for my mount in game. It does remind me of horse armor in one of the thingies. Let me have a think. Hang on. Morrowind, Oblivion. One of them was horse armor. Do you remember that, the very first DLC? I don't think it was the very first DLC, but people will tell it. So Jenny Merito is still here. She has the... she's kind of hidden in the grass. Maybe I should turn grass off for a moment. She has the usual stuff for sale. Yeah, fish and chips. She's got fish and chips for sale. Cube jelly, hot peppered corn, hot popped corn, sorry, hot sausage, pure beef sausage grilled and served hot in a fresh baked bun. Yeah, it's like a gold each, but they last for about half an hour. That's her normal stuff. I'm going to leave Chris till the end because he's the local specialties. So he's the stuff that is specific for Freeport. Sanya's still here with her stuff that's available. You've been craving fish and chips, me too. I'm craving it now. For sure. This is probably the easiest place to find the Boots of the Imperceptible Beauty set, which is the set that means that you're wearing something, but it looks like you're not wearing anything. So Emperor's New Clothes kind of situation there, and then there is the festival garb that you can wear as well, which is permanent. It doesn't disappear, but it costs you 10 city tokens. So the Imperceptible Beauty stuff is all here. So if you wanted to, you could. You can't go completely naked, but it's essentially what we call. Where's the loincloth gone? That's as naked as I get. So everybody has underwear. Ladies have like a sackcloth outfit on. Although there is proper sackcloth, so it's not actually sackcloth. But it looks like the kind of sackcloth that we get here. And then the men have the trousers, obviously. But that's as naked as you're going to get in game, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Susan Swift Needle is also here, so she has the clothing rental. So this is the temporary stuff. So don't get mixed up. So if you're being charged 1 city token, it's probably the temporary things. And I think I don't remember how long they last for. It's either 24 hours or something like that. It's not. You will end up with no clothing at the end of it. But there we go. You've got some different clothing. So you could, if you wanted to, you could. Excuse me. You could hire that red. Although for 9 more tokens, you can get it permanently. So you do you kind of think. I think it's the Geese. I don't remember how you pronounce it. I pronounced it one way and somebody laughed at me and told me it was a different way. And ever since then I've had like a little thing about how am I pronouncing it the right way. But anyway, you got those ones. Right, so we want to talk to... Oh, that's an illusionist. I was like, they're exactly the same. Yeah, she's an illusionist. Oh, Chris, you're having a moment. Let me just cover you over. So Freeport stuff. I've shown you Neriak, which is kind of a darker blue. We've had a look at Kenos, which is a very white, bright items. And now we'll have a look at Freeport, which is the black marble. So it's an incredibly dark, absorbs any light that you put near it. It doesn't reflect the light, which it didn't do before. It's incredibly dense. It's almost like the is it Stuart Semple that does the Blackest Black? If you've ever, I'm probably been on too long on TikTok to show you, but he does like a very Vanta black. It just absorbs any light that's around it. So you have your building blocks, you have your columns, your blocks, that sort of thing. The columns are a little bit almost, yeah, they're not exactly as black as the blocks. You see the difference. So that's how it started. Obviously, you had the, I say obviously, let's see if you're going to know. We had the city festivals before we had the building blocks. So this is how it used to look. And then they brought in the very dark stuff. Oh, it's actually working though. The mirror's kind of, it's upside down. Mirrors in dressing room, how do they work? I believe, here we go. So if you wanted the dividers, but you wanted this colour, so it's almost like you've got two colours in one festival really. You've got these very, very dark ones, and then you have the original. So do be careful which one you're buying. This one has the lip across the top. So there we go. What else have we got? We've got the pedestal table, which again has that colour. The stair is like a very thin version. So it's literally a lot of building stuff. If you are a decorator and you're looking to tone down some pieces in your work, these work really well because, like I say, they just absorb any light. If you pop this on the floor, it looks really nice against the Keynos City white marble. Yeah, chessboards were very in vogue at one point. A lot of people did chessboards because you can do the black marble tile or checkerboards or whatever you want to call them, the sort of black and white, black, white tile type thing. They were around for a long, long time. And then there was some... Where did you get them from? Somewhere you can get sort of the different pieces for the chess pieces. So there's like knights and queens and kings and all that sort of thing. So they popped up somewhere. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up on EQ2 decorators, or EQ2 furniture would be the one to have a look at. The vertical frame, I know we did in the guild hall, and also like if you put a picture and then put the frame on top, it sort of hides all the around the picture. Makes that look really nice. Kind of makes it look pop. It makes it pop, shall we say. What else have we got? The Freeport door, if you want any doors with kind of a fish on it. I don't know what you call that. But it's like a fish type thing. There's the decorative banner. Is that the symbol for Freeport? I'm going to say that's a symbol for Freeport. I'm not quite sure. Why not? We'll lock it in. That's the Freeport. That's the symbol for Freeport. There is the armour crate. So you have a specific armour set for this festival. So each festival has their own armour crate. This one is for Freeport. Yeah, Freeport Combine leather armour crate. There we go. It's got kind of a slightly different. It's almost like he's got a sash across the side, and it's kind of, I think it loops. Does it loop around the back? Yeah, so it loops around the back and ties on that side there. Is it something to do? No, it's not to do with the back. I was thinking, is it something to do with the head, but it's not. And then it comes all the way down here. You've got a little bit that kind of swoops around the back. There is a hole for the table. There is a hole for the tail. The table. Some of them have holes, some of them don't. So it just depends on how you feel about that. There we go. We did the decorative banner. There's the launcher, the fireworks launcher that's available. I'm assuming it shoots up some sort of coloured firework. To have a look at that. There's the worn combine banner. There's one for each city, so you can collect all 6 if you want to. This is the Freeport version. As you can see, it's got the symbol of the Overlord there. That's Lucan Delia. I keep saying Lucan. Guy's going to smite me. I'm going to get smited as soon as I turn up. Freeport lamppost. There's always a lamppost. It does have a top to it, like a cross, but The dressing room being the dressing room is having a moment. The round counter, you'll see a few people do the round counters as, I think we've got them in the Guildhall actually, the other one version. You'll see them being done as like counters for the NPCs to stand behind, or a bar. I think it's a very cheap way of doing a bar. You can get a couple of those and almost make a circular bar type situation, or just get one, pop it down, get a second one, raise it up and make it look as if it's on stilts or something. It's being held up. That's a very cheap way of doing a bar. It's a lantern. Assuming you'll see these around Freeport. It's been a while since I've been in Freeport. There we go. Anyway. Are you okay there, Chris? Alright. Yeah. Putting a couple of people next to Chris and he gets a little bit confused, some of the NPCs do. Thanks all access, much appreciated. So, you know what time it is now? It's now time to embarrass myself and try and do the Aether racing. So let's go find the gnome. But that's Freeport City Festival with its specialities, and then also the ones that you get every time. Let's see, every week, every month. No embarrassment, only pro gaming. I don't know. We'll try it. First time will be a try. Let's try it the first time and we'll see. So he's down here on the docks, the freebooter guy. The racing. Oh, here we go. More pronunciation. Hi there! Want to help me test my new cognitively reinforced Aether Sprocket hoverpad? It can fly! Yes. Alright, get to the start platform and I'll equip you with the machine shortly. Try to beat the other test pilots around the track. Here I go. So I get the Aether Racing Common Lands level 61 because I am level 61, so that'll do. There we are. So I'm going to jump on there. I'm going to jump nowhere near it. Right, crash instructions. Oh, we've got a minute. Here we go. New crash, well, CRASH test pilot instructions. The first rule is don't crash. If you find yourself grounded, use spacebar to take off again. Watch out for twisters. The red lightning will zap your engine power. Definitely look out for the floating gas clouds. They turbocharge your prop unit and make you really zip along. Who wrote this? The blue gas clouds vanish when you grab them. That means other pilots can steal them, so watch out. The green gas clouds never go away. They have the same effect as the blue clouds. The golden cloud with the blue halo will blast away the twisters. It's rare, so grab it when you see it. Warning, if you fall into the water or lava, your flying machine is kaput until you get out. The crash pad requires a solid surface from which to take off. Here we go. So they'll go green. And you can kind of see on the map, I won't show you, but if you look at the map, you can kind of see there's a blue spot where the next one's turning up from. That feels like a... Yeah, that's it. That's one that takes you somewhere, so it's a teleport one, which is why it looked a little bit different. That's another teleport one. Takes it a moment to teleport me. There we go. Just keep pushing. Oh. Did I not get it? I thought I got hit by it. Oh, but that one works. That one gets me. Get you. Zoom, zoom, indeed. We'd be zooming. Gonna avoid that twister, maybe. I've yet to see any of the gold with the halos. But essentially what I do is I hold down forwards, use spacebar to go up and up, obviously, Oh, that was a brick wall. And then I just hold down right click on the mouse. Oh, that really stops you, doesn't it? Gosh. It just literally stops you in your tracks. And then I just use the right click on the mouse just to move the camera so I can see where I'm going. And just try and keep try and keep the how I'm looking. There we go. I was nowhere near it, Your Honour. I wasn't ready. Try and avoid it. There we go. Yeah, because sometimes they do damage you as you land, so just be careful. Depending on your level. And then it's a slow wander back.
Hello.
Good job. I've gathered valuable data from your pad's flight recorder, and the self-destruct mechanism worked perfectly. It didn't work well from where I stood. The design worked great with more testing. Here, have another one of my prototypes. I can't vouch for its reliability, but I'm sure you'll find a use for it before it breaks down. Alright. So that's not showing as a quest, but I'm pretty sure it is a quest. So I'm going to put it in as one. And that one is called Aether Racing. And it's Common Lands. There we go. And that gives you a city token. So if you wanted a quick city token and you've got time to just go round on the Aether Racing, it takes like 2 seconds. Not 2 seconds. That was no. That was obviously not 2 seconds. The recent lap times. There you go. 141 seconds. What's that? 2.5 minutes ish. What is it? 120 for 2 minutes. Oh, and the best lap time as well. I'm number 1. Take a screenshot. So, if you think you can beat me, and you're on the Antonia Bayle server, come along and have a look. But there's the Aether Racings there, so they'll be here all for the next 7 days. What did it say on the calendar? Depending on time zones. No, that's calendar. Here we go. So yeah, they will disappear. Now for me, obviously it'll change depending on your time zone and where you are, but the calendar will be accurate. So for me in the UK, because I'm 8 hours ahead of Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time, I'm not quite sure what they're in at the moment, but it's 8 hours difference. It will disappear at 7:59 AM. If I was in Pacific Standard Time, the same time zone as the servers and as daybreak, it would say midnight, so it's 11:59 for them. So it's all to do with when midnight Pacific is for your time zone. But if in doubt, check the calendar, it'll tell you. So that is how to find Adrena, who is down here in the marketplace. She's free for a month, so she's there. So if you are in the marketplace and you go to Year of Darkpaw, she's there free for the month. You can get the pet scrolls, so that they alternate. So there's always a pet scroll and there's always a plushie. And you can get one or the other. One will always be free and that alternates. So it'll be a plushie one, looks like it'll be a plushie 1 month and then a scroll the next month, and it alternates. And then if you want the opposite way round, you pay the station cash for them. But if you remember, Luciana was last month. She was kind of the red and gold. Then we had Max and Bert. He's also there, and we had Fantumooch there, and now we've got Adrena as well. Kind of a difference to them. We did have a lacquer furniture set, and oh yeah, I didn't see that on the merchant. That's interesting. Each month we've always had a white lacquer table set or chair set or something like that, and the merchants from in the Herald's camp have always had them, but this one we haven't had one. Well, that's interesting. Unless I didn't see it, it would be right down the bottom because it's W for white. I'd have to go back and check with my guys. The next thing I want to show you, and I do have time for it, which is brilliant, is where the Darkpaw shinies are for this month. Now, if you've been keeping track, we're going up the expansions. So we started in Antonia, which was the Shattered Lands, the first expansion. Well, I don't know if it's an expansion. It's kind of the area, the start where we started. February's was in the Sinking Sands around the Oasis. So that would be the Desert of Flames, which is the second expansion. We then moved into the Barren Sky, which would be in Kingdom of Sky, the third expansion. And then last month, for April, where were they in April? Somewhere, Butcher Block Mountains, which would be Echoes of Fade with the fourth expansion. So, fifth expansion, the Rise of Kunark. So we have shinies are available in this expansion. It's a little bit tricky to get them if you're low level. They're still free to get. Don't need to have bought any expansions or anything like that to get them, because it comes with the base game. Because like I say, I haven't spent any money on this account, so this is fine. I do apologise, there might be a spider occasionally. How am I going to get across the water? I think I came the wrong way. But it's the not Loping Plains. The Kailong Plains. Easiest way to get to them is from the dock, especially if you're low level. Pop to the dock, and then from the dock you want to aim between the rock and the big tree there. That's what you're aiming for. You're aiming for this bit of Carnor's Castle. This area here. As you can see, it's quite vicious. There's a lot of vicious people around. Might die. We'll see. We'll give it a go. But this is Carnor's Castle, where the Drollvarg live, and I believe the Drollvarg are a were species, and it's not werewolf. It's something else. But they are a were species. It's Miss Moore's influence again coming through. So I'm going to try. You don't want to go in the lake either. Avoid the lake. It's got fish in it. See if I can... someone already here. Oh. He was nowhere here. Oh my gosh, hang on. This might be... He was hiding in that rock. I did not see him. Go away. Please go away. Thank you. He did not show up. He was in that rock bit there. Anyway, so we won't go that way. I'm gonna try and huff it up here a little bit. If we can do it. See if we can find one. It was easier running around my level 130. I'll tell you that for nothing. So yes, that was a lot easier. But they're kind of all this area here. So if I bring the map up, they're kind of in this circular area here. So Carnor's Castle and all the area above and below it. I'm going to try and follow the path just a little bit. See if we can spot any. Obviously, this is the first day that they're available, so there will be a lot of people looking for it. How many people are in the zone? Should we check? Yeah, there's 10 players in the zone. There's not normally this many. You don't normally get 10 people in this zone. So yeah, so you can see them having a run around up there. Somebody's up there having a look. Shade of the Great Chocodile. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I'll find any, but we'll keep going. We'll have a look. It's always raining around Carnor's Castle. So it just needs a little bit of a... I think it'll be okay. I don't think I'm dropping any frames, no. I think we're okay. Yes, so we'll have a look. Maybe we won't go that way. maybe we'll sneak around this area. Might be a case of run past one and being like, okay, there they are. We've got Drollvargs here. We've got these guys here as well, the wyverns. I think the wyverns. Yeah, the young wyverns. So we've got very small wyverns. I say very small. They're not small. There's definitely no smalls. And we have the lovely broken toe goblins. And I do love them. They're really fun. I don't think I'm going to be able to take any of them out. But they have really good voice acting. That's all I'll say. I'll come back round and get them eventually. I don't see any shinies. I'm assuming they're all been taken at the moment. Oh, there's a guy on the rock. That was my safe area. They're a lot easier to find if you are a crafter and you've done L. So if you're a crafter and you've done your trade skill and you've got the trade skill prestige. There's a trade skill AA system point where you can I think that's harvesting. It's one of these. Which one is it? That's your goblin. That's to summon the crafting stations. I'll find it in a second. There we go. The seasoned harvesting. So if you manage to get that, I think it's not quite sure where it is in the crafting, but you'll get it eventually if you go up in the crafting, and you'll get the ability to track harvests. So it grants the track harvestables ability. That is brilliant because it means you can track harvestables, and not only sort of the shrubs and the dens and things like that, you can also track the shinies. So it'll come up exactly like this track here, but it'll all say white stuff because it's not aggro to you. Excuse me. And it'll be like a shrubbery, a den, an ore type thing, all down there, and you can actually track where those harvestables are. And it also means you can track the shinies. Available to anybody who has the appropriate levels. Oh, I didn't jump. Why didn't you jump? Anybody who has the appropriate levels in crafting. So you don't have to go out and kill stuff if you don't want to. Although it does mean you're kind of running around here at quite a low level. I've done that before. I've managed to get level 1s and level 5s running around these places. It's not easy. You do end up losing a lot of XP because you're dead most of the time. But it is possible. So there you go. I just did a run around Carnell's Castle. I didn't actually find any shinies because people are just harvesting them as soon as they appear. But that's where the shinies are today. Well, this month for May. Don't ask me what the next expansion is because I can't remember. But yes, that's where we are at the moment. All sorted. Right, I need... Do I go back and check for the white lacquered set? The other thing I can do is have a look at what the show you what sort of Freeport looks like, what Queen's Colony looks like, for when if we pop next time to Origins beta, we can have a look at what the differences are. So if you want to, we can spend a few times having a look around Kenos just to see what the differences might be with it. That's what I'm thinking. Because I've got kind of... I budgeted for a couple of hours and I've got half an hour left. I'm not quite sure what to do with that. I can throw it over to you as well if you wanted me to have a look at anything. If you wanted a real look at any of the camps. Oh yes, Rivervale. Should we have a look at the Rivervale camp while we're here? See what the changes have been. You're here for the ride. Cool. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, if you want to have a look at anything in particular, I'm more than happy to chat about that for a few minutes. I'll have a look at Rivervale. But yeah, we should be... Oh, you've been on Varsoon to check out the villages. Yes. Yeah, the villages are out on Varsoon, aren't they? I don't have access to them on live. Which is kind of annoying because that would be the next thing. Because I know the villages are coming back. That's been confirmed. Candace confirmed that on the Discord, and I think Angelina put a statement out as well. In the news statement. We're getting the villages back. My question is, are we getting the NPCs back? Because I really want that little froglock that's in Castleview Hamlet. The singing one, I don't know if anybody remembers him, and I can't remember his song either. But it was awesome. You just sort of... It wasn't awesome at the time. At the time it was quite annoying. However, I kind of miss him. I kind of miss that he's there. Yes, the NPCs are there. Are they there? Oh, no quests on Barsoon though. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness. My ad block just updated at the same time that camp came in. Right, okay. This is what was in the crates, I assume. Do you remember those big crates that were sitting around? That's, wow. Oh, he stopped somersaulting. He's actually sat still now. That's interesting. I like this camp. It's quite fun. Quite interesting. So we have jester hats. I think I didn't pick one of those hats up. I regret that now, but it's the same hat that matches the outfit that I'm wearing. I think. Is it that? Looks similar, doesn't it? This you see everywhere around. See if I can get it into view. There we go. Let's try F10. There we go. So that is everywhere around as well. When you see Bristlebane Day, there's different ones of those, and it's the faces that spin around to form different faces. Let's pop it there. There you go, you can see the different faces. There's your nightmare fuel for the evening. All the different pieces spin around, and I think if it's I think there's one or something that it kind of resets itself, but I don't know if this one would do. You can hear like the little plink plink noises as well. That's enough of that. We have a statue to Bristlebane as well. There's your nephew again. That is not a fun face, is it? That is, yes. If you remember Bristlebane, I was chatting to him. He's the really tall guy that was walking around Antonia for a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm a bit iffy on clowns. Clowns are a bit iffy for me. I'm not 100% sure. This guy just sat there in the distance. There we go. He's actually sat still now, so we can see what he looks like. Yes. Yeah, the Year of Darkpaw cannot come soon enough. The end of it. There we go. And then we had, I need to bring my UI back in. We had this guy, the Celebration Prankster. Anything new? I think we saw that. I think I showed you everything. There we go. It was a white lacquered card table for this one, which I don't think was in the Drenal one. Don't know why I'm looking over there. You're up here. The white lacquered set. So it started. You got a free set in January. Everybody did. It's still available down here, but you have to pay station cash for it, or daybreak cash. I call it station cash because that's what I grew up with. It was station cash then. So if I say station cash, it's not. Yeah, it's an old name for it. I'll try and stick with the new names, just because it's easier for new people. But yeah, so he's stopped doing that. Ah, that's true. Yes, interesting to see if the Froglocks are in Castleview Hamlet, or if you have to wait and redo the event to unlock them. That's a question. That is a question indeed. Because the Froglocks were kidnapped. They were supposed to be available. I think this is my tinfoil hat. There's never been confirmed, but I think probably because they have different animation from the rest of us, from the rest of the sort of humanoid shaped creatures, they probably took a little bit longer to get animated and animated correctly. So perhaps they were locked away behind a quest line, or it was something that the developers decided, no, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it from the beginning, and we want the Froglocks kidnapped by Venica. I think I've shown you Venica. Have I shown you Venica? He's in the Freeport. He's in Kazakh Thule. He's the dragon that's kind of in Kazakh Thule, sat down. I think I've shown you him. Kind of try and do a tour of the different dragons that are available. We still have yet to see Vision of Vox, I understand, but we'll get there eventually. We'll find her. But yeah, so you had to do a quest line to unlock Froglocks, basically, which started in either city zone, so it could be done by anybody. I'm trying to think where else. There was an Avatar recently. We did that one. Let's check the news, see if I remember. Load more. Bristlebane, so that was Bristlebane. He did. Oh yes, Chunar. Chunar was in It's got the twisty turny vines and it's lesser fey dark. I think I can get to lesser fey dark now. I think I'm tall. I think I'm high enough or tall enough. I think I'm big enough to get into lesser fey dark. I think we'll be okay. I remember where the horse and the entrance is now. Is it this side? Butcher block. Lesser fey, there we are. Just enjoy the Kelethan music for a bit. Kelethan music is best music. For sure. It is lovely. It really is. I do like to come in and just sit there for a bit. There we go. Love it. Indeed. Pop in. I like Kelethan music. That's the best music. I also like the Isle of Refuge music as well. That's a good one. How are we doing in here? 50s. Yeah, I think we'll be okay-ish. I'll have a nip to Chinar. Oh, I've got to remember where it is now. I think it's around here somewhere. Somewhere around there, I think. We came through that tunnel. I go past the brownies. I know, I keep seeing all these shinies. I'm too scared of being attacked. Oh no, we're okay. Some of them are going to be green and some of them aren't. Right. I think we can make it safely here. Hi. It was... No, that's the Emerald Halls. Oh, I think it was round here actually. Yes, because you come in from Butcher Block Mountains, take the horse, and it's kind of here-ish. No, thank you. Okay, we'll have a look. See if I can remember how to find it. It's somewhere along the pathway, basically. If you just follow the path, it should lead you to it. And then immediately goes off the path. It's somewhere around. There it is, look. That'll be it there. So shiny. Oh, that clanking. Let me just see if I can get past these glade hoofs. There we go. We've got unicorns and things. This is lesser fey dark, so it's kind of a little bit more wilder than normal. Hi HC, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, so they've really improved this bit. Because last time I was here, it was just literally the herald and a twig or two. But yeah, so we've got some florets. We've got the bits over the top. Yes, I like this. It's really pretty here. And I wanted to pop in because for some reason the celebration merchant is a peacock. However, another goddess has the peacock feather as her symbol, and that's an Ashty Stull. And Ashty Stull has the peacock feather as her symbol. So it's interesting that Chinar is using a peacock for her celebration merchant. I don't know if I showed you this. Did I show you this? I don't remember. I obviously took photos for the EverQuest show, but I don't know if I showed you the banner. So that's Chinar, obviously the goddess of nature and growth and that sort of thing. She does have a celebration altar because she's one of the deities that can be worshipped in the world. She has a dagger there, so that's it's got the it's got leaves. That's the word I'm thinking of. It's got leaves around it. It's a really nice dagger. I like that. I've no idea how I'm going to get 180 celebration tokens because I can't actually do the level quests, unfortunately. You are very noisy. So she gives you the Crawling Vines Dagger of Growth. There's also a Tent of Light as well. So we've never had a tent before. They seem to throw random things in, the devs do. So this is the tent that is above us now. That's what that looks. I'll show you that in just a second. And then we get Chinar's Gnarl Root Greatstaff as well, which is very, very nice. Again, it's got the leaf pattern. You can get the leaf pattern on other weapons, so even if you miss out on this, there are other weapons that have the leaf pattern, so you can get those. However, if you want to, there's that, and it's got kind of like the sphere inside of it, the power sphere, and it's quite a long great staff. It goes all the way down to the sort of ankle length. It will scale depending on how size you are. So it's not like if you were a halfling, you're not going to have a massive, great big that size. It will scale to your level, your size even. So it will it'll look that big on you, but it'll be scaled for a halfling. So if I turned up next to a halfling as a Karen, it wouldn't be a massive, great big stick. It would be a halfling size stick. That makes sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope so anyway. So that is what the tent looks like there. There it is. And then there's the Herald, who won't talk to me unfortunately because I'm not high enough. No, he won't even tell me about research, he won't tell me about anything. But he's a tree ant. What we have is tree ants around here. You can kind of just see his face. He's got an eye, another eye just off there. That's an ear, that's his other ear. And he's got kind of his mouth. It's kind of like a magic eye photo. It's like, are you sure there's a face there? You're kind of like, oh no, I don't know if I see it. Straight on a little bit better for you. That's there. The other thing I was going to show you was where to pick up the Froglock quest. Because if the Froglocks aren't in on beta or Origins when it launches, we'll probably need to go and find the Froglocks. So if I call back to Kinos, and I'll show you. And then the end thing will probably be how to get to beta itself, how to find it. Because you need to do something, you need to change your launcher. It's a quick change, but if I don't tell you about it...
Kinos is a bastion of light in the darkness of the lands. I hope you enjoy the sights of the city.
See, he says Kinos. So the place you want to go if I remember, is Unique Kinos Harbour. So at the moment I can run. that happens. That's a natural point where you change. I can run between the Eldar Grove and Kinos Harbour. So here they are. This is where they're located. You want to look for Frup. Frup Groke. He's going to be the guy to chat to, and he's going to start the Froglock quest. So if the Froglocks are not here, you'll need to speak to Frup. But yeah, I think Froglock should be in, but if they're not, he's here. He'll tell you that he's looking for his friend. We have to go and trace the footsteps of his friend out in either Antonia. I think there's a Common Lands version. I think. I'm not sure. But I've only done it from the Antonia version. So yes, and then he'll go on to a big long quest line, which will end with the ability to get to the hidden village of Frup. That's not Frup, is it? No, there's a hidden village that you can get access to, and if anybody remembers running around the village looking for tiny little things to pick up, that's that quest line. And then you end up in a special version of Kazakh Thule, which is Spirits of the Lost raid. And you kind of take on Venica at the end of that, which is a different Venica from the Venica that you see in Kazakh Thule itself. Yes. So if they're not available, they're here. Or even if they are available, he'll still be here, because you can still do that quest line. You can still do Spirits of the Lost quest line. Yeah. It's quite a fun little quest line. It just involves a big raid at the end of it, and you have to be a little bit more organised and get them available. How it used to look, we had Eldar Grove at the top, we had Kinos Harbour, and to get into Castleview Hamlet was off Kinos Harbour, and there was also Greystone Yard, which then led into Oakmist Forest. So if we're looking at the map here, we've got Kinos Harbour here, we've got the castle, like castle. This is the Temple of Life. You've got the Eldar Grove here in this part. Oakmist Forest is here. And then up here you have the Forest Ruins. So Oakmist Forest leads into the Forest Ruins. And then you have South Kinos here and North Kinos. And I'll go see what leads off those, because I don't quite remember. I think it's Starcrest and Nettleville. But there's how you get into Castleview. So Castleview is, you can see here, it's High Elves. So it's these guys. He'll look about as snooty as normal. Yes, thank you. Squinty eyes at me. The Froglocks. There's the Froglock Mentor. Go round to Greystone Yard, which is Dwarves and Barbarians. Yes. So a barbarian lady and a dwarf outside. The dwarf mentor, the barbarian mentor. So at the moment on live, you can only get into those areas if you're on the mentor quests. So as a Karen, I can only get into Nettleville if I'm on the mentor quest. Apart from that, they're kind of, I can't go into Castleview Hamlet on my own. The only way I get in there is if I'm a high elf or a froglock and I'm on the mentor questing. So they've kind of locked out this, the city village areas from us. I think, yeah, because here's my mentor. I still haven't gone and talked to her because I'll do those later. But we have Nettleville residents who are humans, I think. Yeah, so humans and Karens can get to... Oh, something's going on. Yeah. Nettleville. And then Starcrest Commune is the Erudites, or Erudites, however you want to say them. He is here. Oh, he's a Freeblood mentor. I think they put Freebloods in with Starcrest. But I don't think in the beta we'll get Freebloods. You're gonna go Templar? Yes! Get that Temples. Definitely awesome. Oh, someone's... Oh, with the collector. Ah, let's go say hello. People? My normal. Hello, traveller. How I envy you. Yeah, I have a collection for you. Oh, I have an ancient scroll. House item? House item. Yes, nice. Okay, bye. Yes, sometimes from collections you can get house items as well, so that's cool. Who else? So yeah, so South Freeport, South Kenos it would be separated from North Kenos. This part here wouldn't exist, it would just be the door. So how we went from Kenos Harbour into South Kenos, and there was that door with the archway, that would be how you'd have to click on the door to physically zone through. It would be a zoning server. You're gonna try out Templar? Yes, love Templars. They're brilliant. So that would be a zone you'd have to come through and work them out. This building would still be here, but it's not the guild hall. I don't think it's able to. You wouldn't be able to zone into it. It's just been a building that's been here since year dot. I don't even know if it was used for anything. I think they just put it here for decoration initially, or if they were thinking ahead and saying, okay, we're going to put guild halls here. But yes. So that would be there. The Kenos Ironforge Exchange would still be here. I don't think... Now they're using the... Candace, or one of the devs, has confirmed that there's no sub-combines. So crafting as we know it would still work as we know it. It would still be the 6 things at the bottom, and you press those and create an item as we see it. There'd be no, you have to make the paper, you have to make the ink, you have to do the quill type situation. That wouldn't happen. It's still our crafting that we know. I don't think, because Halas is not going to be in, I don't think they'll have the 10 to 20 crafting writs. You know when you hit level 15 and you get some writs? I don't think those are going to be in because they weren't in originally. It was do the 1 to 9 quest with your trade skill tutorial. So this guy here, he would do the 1 to 9, make a candelabra, make a bag, make a chain thing. And then he'd hit level 9. You'd then talk to the crafting trainer and get to level 10. You're then on your own from 10 to 19. You've got to try and get your way up to level 20, or at least level 19, before you can talk to the trainer again and divide your craft again. I'm pretty sure that's maybe how they're going to do it. Not 100%. Obviously, we'll find out tomorrow. It's tomorrow. This guy's not going to be here, so there's going to be no adorning and tinkering. That came in Echoes of Fadwa, so we're not going to have that. He's not going to be here, so we're not going to be able to do our daily tasks of the adorning, tinkering, or transmuting. Is it the one where you destroy stuff? I think it's transmuting. But yes. So we can, he's not going to be there. So it is going to be a bit of a grind, unfortunately. Yes, transmuting. Thank you. Appreciated. Who else is not going to be here? Probably the castle will look a little different as well. I don't think that's how the castle used to look. What are you thinking? Dark Elf Inquisitor on launch. We want to try Wood Elf Warden on beta. Oh yeah, there'll be loads of room for you. Not a problem. Well, I'm going to try different classes just to see. I may not go Conjurer. We might have a difference. This might be the one server where I decide I'm not going to do a Conjurer. I might go Necro. No, I'm joking. There'll be a few less NPCs around, I think, or else they're going to keep them. The Ironforge estate is going to be here. That was always here. Not going to have the mud paws running around, or the gnolls. So I think that's pretty much a tour of what's going to be here and what's not going to be here. There'll be differences in things, and obviously we can find out tomorrow and see what happens. I'm having coffee at 8 o'clock at night. That's not good. Yeah, there's probably some minor changes and some minor cosmetic changes. I think Freeport had the biggest change. Because Freeport used to be 4 zones. It used to be north, south, east and west. But separated. Yeah, it was very, very grubby. Literally. How Freeport looks now, I think I might start on the Freeportian side in beta just to show you what Freeport might look like. I'm either going to roll a high elf and go straight for Castleview Hamlet, or I'm going to go Freeport and try and see what Freeport looks like, see if that looks different or not. Because apart from cosmetics, I don't think... Oh yes, the Baubleshire's up here, isn't it? Baubleshire and Willowwood. That was the other couple I was missing. So Baubleshire's here. It's the halflings. So if you're playing a halfling, this is where you'll end up. And Willowwood is wood elves. So if you're playing a wood elf, you'll end up here. There they are, you see there's a wood elf. Very pretty, I like wood elves. Not sure, I think the gnomes... Are you a gnome? Yes, you're a gnome. So gnomes and halflings were in Baubleshire. Or Baubleshire. However you want to say it. Say it quickly enough, you never know. But yes, things are happening in these zones on live. There's a whole big deal about them and a different mentoring and things that you need to do for it, depending on your race. But those all happen. So if you remember when I went round and got all the quests, obviously my Glomies, the Foster Graham, like come to gaze upon me, have you? They'll all be in the zones hopefully, but we'll see, we'll find out. But yes, so I think that's about all my time. Whew, that was I think I've kind of rounded up what we're gonna have, what's available in live. So I'm not shelving live because obviously things are still happening in live, and I'll still do EverQuest. I'm just going to spend the next couple of days having a look at the beta, and obviously a few weeks after that. We've got a 6-week beta, ending on around about the 13th of June, I think. And then we've got Fippy Fest on the 15th of June. and we'll see when we end up. But yeah, so that's everything that's happening on live during May. And yes, I think I needed to do that so that I can then clear my schedule for beta. But yes, so that's that. I'll say goodbye to YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. Bit of a bitty one, but something that's sorted. But yes, look out for beta footage coming soon. Thank you.